You're now tuned in to the Real Money Coach broadcast with host Tony Jackson, author of the book Increase, Protect, and Dominate Your Money. Get ready for winning tips and strategies to effectively manage your finances and learn the key principles of protecting and dominating your money. Now, here's author and host Tony Jackson.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Real Money Coach show here on Praise 100.9, Charlotte's Inspiration Station. Let me tell you, there is so much going on, so many great things going on. And I've been doing some traveling. I've been to, I had a wonderful time at Dr. Boyce Watkins Conference, the All Black National Conference down in Atlanta. It was lit. It was really great conference. Went from there to Florida and just all over. So I've been blessed and been busy. And, October, just finished, and October was a great month, and it was, Financial Planning Awareness Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and all those type of things. And now we're in November. Right. We're in November, and there's a lot of things going on in terms of the economy. You're talking about interest rates, Fed interest rates, jobs reports, all these type of things that are having an impact on our economy. And all of this, right, as we are approaching and going into what is normally the busiest shopping season of the year, from Black Friday through Christmas. And now you start to see where Black Friday deals and all this stuff happen even before we get to November, right? We're just barely in November, and people are already advertising their Black Friday deals and all that type of thing. And I understand the importance of it because many times our economy and a lot of the retailers, that's when they make their profit, right? They break even, hopefully going into the Christmas shopping season, and then hopefully they'll make a profit. So a lot going on, a lot to be concerned about in terms of our personal finances and what the interest rate's doing, what does that mean, and all those type of things. So I want to just let you know there's a couple things that I have going on that you may want to take advantage of on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm doing a webinar in conjunction with Sean Langston, Realtor Extraordinaire, right? We're doing a webinar called The Truth Behind Mortgage Protection Insurance. So the truth behind mortgage protection. And what happens most of the time is people think that the insurance, the PMI that the bank has you paying for, that it protects you, when in reality it doesn't. So we'll unpack that. We'll unpack how to protect your mortgage and how to use a mortgage protection plan to also pay off your mortgage, right? So if you want to pay your mortgage off 5-10 years early, you might want to just dial in and check out the webinar 8 p.m. on November 8th. You can register at mymortgageprotection.net. So, the www.mymortgageprotection.net. You can register there. It is a free webinar. We're going to unpack the issue, the concept of mortgage protection. So I want to make sure that you dial in for that. It's going to be a great webinar, whether you're a homeowner now or maybe you're thinking about being a homeowner. And so we want to make sure that you check in on that for sure. Today on our show, I'm having a wonderful entrepreneur. Her name is Nicole Triplett. She's going to be my guest here. She is the founder of the Black Wall Street Kalamazoo. And so as many of you know who know me and been following me, you know that my guest host, my co-host, each and every third Tuesday, my show comes Tuesday at 8 p.m. is Michelle Mitchell. She lives in Kalamazoo, and actually Kalamazoo is special. I mean, that's where I met my wife. We've been married now 31 years. We met at Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo, Michigan. So stay tuned. She's going to be our guest here in a few minutes. The other thing I want you to just be aware of and remember as we're approaching the end of the year, so often we have these goals that we have, these financial goals that we want to make. Maybe that's debt free, or maybe I want to get my will, my trust done. Maybe I want to just review my life insurance. Maybe I want to review my retirement planning, because this is also the time of year when we start picking out our benefits for the new year. This is when we start picking out our benefits for 2024. I want to encourage you to sit down and have a free appointment with me, free consultation with me, where we can talk about your benefits. We can talk about your retirement. We can talk about, are you on the right course to retire when you want and how you want, right? And to me, retirement is all about having the choice, right? Having the choice of whether or not you want to work, having the choice of whether or not you want to travel, but not be forced into things because we can't afford it. And, I think about Dr. Robin Joppy was on our show a couple weeks ago, and she talked about that Mr. Joe Dudley Hair Products, her mentor told her that never let money stand in the way of your dreams, right? And so I think that's a powerful statement. So sometimes that begins with a conversation with someone like me, just to make sure that you're on the right track, to make sure that you're putting your money in the best use possible. We have programs that will absolutely allow you to make money when the market goes up, this crazy market, but then when the market goes down, you don't lose any. I mean, how would you like that? How would you like to be in a position where knowing that you're going to either make money or break even? Those are the types of things, those are the type of conversations that I have with my clients. And I would love to have that conversation with you if you're listening with me today. So how do you do that? You simply go to TonyJacksonAppointment.com. Put yourself on my calendar. It's free. There's no bait and switch. You just go to TonyJacksonAppointment.com, put yourself on my calendar, and let's have a conversation. Let's see if there's something that I can do. And what I like about and what I love about what I do is that it's not about all the time my products that I offer, but I may point you to somewhere else. I may point you to an attorney. I may point you to a stockbroker. It may be a mortgage loan officer or something. But my goal, and I'm like that general practitioner, right? So I have the things I specialize in, but then I may send you to specialists for other things. So I just want to make that offer to everyone out there. Make an appointment with me at TonyJacksonAppointment.com. Right now, we're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to come back with this wonderful guest today, Miss Nicole Triplett. You're listening to the Real Money Coach Show here on Praise 100.9, Charlotte's Inspiration Station.
Holidays, they don't mean a thing if I'm not safe in your arms. Vacations, it's not even fun unless you're the one. It's centered around every day and every night. From the moon to sunlight, you're my delight. From near or far, wherever you are. From Jupiter to Mars, you're the shining star. Days in the sun, they do not compare to our relation. It's second to none. Liberation, freedom to love and expression makes living so fun.
Hey, Grace family, join author Tony Jackson for the Real Money Coach broadcast each and every Saturday morning from 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Praise 100.9. Mr. Jackson enlightens you on the real secrets of money. He'll also help you increase, protect, and dominate your money. You can also catch Tony Jackson's The Real Money Coach every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live and YouTube. Check out The Real Money Coach, Mr. Tony Jackson, every Saturday morning, 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Praise 100.9.
This is Tony Jackson, the Real Money Coach. I use my deep understanding of personal financial principles and 25 years of experience to educate my clients and empower them to make informed financial decisions. I dive into the emotional and psychological aspects of money to help them uncover their own beliefs and behavior. I provide practical strategies through personalized coaching to overcome financial challenges, build wealth, and achieve financial goals. To schedule your complimentary session with me, go to therealmoneycoach.com. I'm Tony Jackson. I'm the Real Money Coach.
And welcome back to the Real Money Coach broadcast with author and host, Tony Jackson.
Welcome back to the Real Money Coach show here on Praise 100.9, Charlotte's Inspiration Station. And as I tell you each and every week, every Saturday morning, this podcast, this radio show is available as a podcast on all of the podcasting platforms, including Google, Spotify, Apple, you name it, we are there. And I am very excited, as I mentioned to you, to have a wonderful guest on this morning on the line with me, all the way from my home state of Michigan. She's in Kalamazoo, Michigan, Nicole Triplett. She is the founder of the Black Wall Street Kalamazoo. And people's like, there really is a Kalamazoo, Michigan. Listen, I went to Western in Kalamazoo, so it exists. But she's a psychologist, an entrepreneur, a business mentor. But here, her desire is to empower and strengthen the African-American community through collaboration. And Nicole's mission is to create an inspired community, bringing forth successful African-American businesses and increase self-esteem of the African-American family and culture. And she is on the line with me this morning. Miss Nicole, how are you today?
I am doing well. Thank you for having me on this morning.
Well, I'm excited about it. And I know my co-host for the live show that happens on Tuesday at 8 p.m., Michelle Mitchell. We've been lifetime friends. We actually met at Western way back. I won't even say what year, but it's, 30 plus years ago, right? And so Kalamazoo's changed a lot. Used to come to Kalamazoo as a child all the time because we had relatives over on the north side, like Princeton Street and North, up in that area. But, so when I can have someone from Kalamazoo on and can share, especially doing the things that you're doing, it's certainly a pleasure for me to have you on the show. So for our listeners this morning, you want to give a little background about who Nicole Triplett is. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, yes, I'm a Southside girl. So Southside of Kalamazoo. I have been raised here. I also went to Western Michigan University for my undergrad and graduate education. My professional education or title is psychologist. So I have my own private practice since about, so long ago, I would say since about 2004. So my entrepreneurship journey has been a long one, and it's been pretty good.
Well, that's pretty awesome. So south side of Kalamazoo, so that's like Norks High School, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I got you. All right. So you went to Western and you got a master's. What did you get your master's in?
Arts. It was in the Institute of Arts.
Institute of Art. Okay. Western is still a very special place to me because, number one, that's where I met my wife, right? And we've been married now 31 years. So Kalamazoo it is a special place for us. And then Michelle, whom is my wife's best friend. And so that's kind of, our families have kind of done life together for a while. So tell us a little bit about your family. You have children or anything like that?
I have never been married. And it's funny because marriage and family psychology is my specialty. And so people sometimes are like, but that is my profession. I've never been married. I do have a daughter and 2 grandchildren who I just love those grandboys. So a lot of my time is spent between entrepreneurship, the nonprofit Black Wall Street Kalamazoo, my practice, and I also have a winery, Twine Urban Winery. I am a winemaker, the first African-American female licensed winemaker actually in Michigan. The Roche Collection is my wine brand. It can be found in Meyer anywhere you go in any state. So I have a lot of things going on here.
Well, it's interesting you talk about the winery because I did see that. I did, do a little research on you, right? I did a little background and I saw that and I thought that was pretty amazing. And it's so funny. My wife said, we got some land in Michigan. I wonder if we grow some grapes on that land, And so it's pretty interesting that you bring that up. And congratulations on all that. And I do want to say to you that those grandkids hit a little different, right? I just did a shout out to my granddaughter. She's going to be 6. We have 5 grandkids. And so, yeah, we totally get that. And so you grew up in Kalamazoo, went to Kalamazoo schools. Were you part of the Kalamazoo Promise? Did they have that at the time?
They did not. That came around, I believe, when my daughter she was able to take a part of that. So I was in 96 graduating. So
okay, yeah.
This happened years after.
You were way before that. So I got it. I get it. But that's a wonderful program. For people who don't know, the Kalamazoo Promise, there's more of those type of programs popping up where if a child goes to school in Kalamazoo and attend a college in Kalamazoo, they go free. And, we like free on the Real Money Coach show. That's the best way to get an education is when you don't have to do the student loans and that type of thing. And so
in 2005, I think is when the promise came. And if you do your, K through 12 education in a Kalamazoo school, you can go to school anywhere in the state of Michigan for free. So that it was a really big deal. Yeah,
it was. I remember, and they've enhanced it, expanded it to anywhere in Michigan. I think when it first came out, it had to be a Kalamazoo college, so Western K College, those type of things. So those people who are in Charlotte in the local areas, like, what are they talking about? But it's all relative because it's a great way to just make sure, because education is obviously important. You got your master's degree. And what we got to do, Nicole, we got to take a quick break right here, and we're going to come back, and then I want to get into a little bit more about your entrepreneurship journey, including the Black Wall Street. You are listening to the Real Money Coach Show here on Praise 100.9.
Boss, let me be your canvas. Let me be your vision. Let me be your brush that you use to express yourself. Use my life as a backdrop, yeah. Use my heart as the light. Now breathe on me what you like and make it come to life. So what I want you to do is just ride on me and work with me. Just slide through me. You work out all my team. Ride on me. Work with me. Just slide through me. You're all my team.
family, join author Tony Jackson for the Real Money Coach broadcast each and every Saturday morning from 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Praise 100.9. Mr. Jackson enlightens you on the real secrets of money. He'll also help you increase, protect, and dominate your money. You can also catch Tony Jackson's The Real Money Coach every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live and YouTube. Check out The Real Money Coach, Mr. Tony Jackson, every Saturday morning, 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Praise 100.9.
Hey, Tony Jackson here. You know me as The Real Money Coach. Listen, I want to encourage you to do something. And what I want to encourage you to do is email me your questions, your comments, or even suggestions of topics that you'd like us to cover on the Real Money Coach show. You can email it to info@therealmoneycoach.com. Again, that's info@therealmoneycoach.com. Email us your questions, your comments, your suggestions, and we will answer those on air and also on our Facebook Live YouTube show on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you email us so that we can get that information that you want to know in your ears. I am Tony Jackson, the Real Money Coach.
And we're back with Wake the Folks Up with a Rainy Report and Funky Boy.
Welcome back to the Real Money Coach show here on Praise 100.9 and every place that you get your podcasts, even Pandora for mama and them, right? My mother-in-law loves Pandora. So listen, we were talking here with Nicole Triplett, and she's the founder of Black Wall Street, Kalamazoo. She owns a winery. She has her own practice in terms of psychology and counseling. So, Nicole, tell us a little bit. Let's touch on her winery a little bit first. What got you into that?
Well, I don't have any family history of winemaking, so this is really a question that people always ask, and it really came out of my passion for just entertaining and creating experiences for my friends and just to celebrate. I made a custom wine, and it just went from there.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. And you know, down here in Charlotte, we don't have any Myers. You know, usually, you know, I see Myers when I go up north. What other outlets do you have your wine?
You are able to go to the RocheCollection.com, ROCHE Collection.com. Roche just happens to be my middle name. We do ship to several different states. When you click, you'll see the map of the different states that we ship to. So that is another way, besides coming to the tasting room here in Kalamazoo, that you could experience our varietals.
Well, we got to figure out when you come on the show on Tuesday, how can we have a virtual wine tasting? I mean, can we do that, right? So that'd be interesting. So let's jump over to the Black Wall Street. I know Michelle was like a judge for a pitch competition that you guys had. So tell us a little bit about Black Wall Street, Kalamazoo. You know, what led you to start that and what that is all about?
Well, Black Wall Street Kalamazoo is focused on the African-American community within Kalamazoo County. However, a lot of our programming tapped into, we've had people from Detroit, Indiana, Indianapolis join us. It's focused on generational wealth building. It is the Black Business Directory, which highlights and lifts the African-American entrepreneur. We like to provide a safe platform to exclusively include the lifespan of the Black dollar, which means that a lot of times we compare the different amount of times a dollar circulates in communities. Ours is less than 1%. And just to give some perspective on that, the majority community can bounce anywhere from, 16 to 18 times. So we have a bit of a way to go. But if we're all in one place, you know where you can get support or want to support an African-American entrepreneur, you can go to that website and find them in business. You can go to our Facebook page, which is where it all started, where you can go and you can find an entrepreneur that provides the service that you're looking for. And it just really has taken off from there. We do a lot of advocating for equal lending and banking practices, which is primary to ownership and generational wealth, as we know it. The last thing we do is provide business education, acumen, economics, and we house that in collaboration. So we are all about working and connecting with different organizations and foundations within the community to make all of this happen.
So is it right now, is everything kind of takes place virtually, or is there, a brick and mortar office or anything like that at this point?
Well, that's a thing that we are actually working on. October, we purchased a building, which will be our conference center. It will be Truth in Parks will be a conference center that's about 4,700 square feet. Half of that footage will be for conferences and classes. But right now, our virtual wraparound program, Beta, the Black Entrepreneur Training Academy, occurs virtually. On a Saturday, it drops a video on a certain subject. And on that Thursday, you meet virtually with the instructor in regard to that subject. So it is coming. The physical location is coming. But right now, yes, everything is virtual.
Well, congratulations on the purchase of the building. That's a huge step.
Yes.
And you said the name of the building will be
Truth in Parks.
Love it. So
you know what that stands for?
Come on, tell me.
So Truth in Parks, during your Truth in Rosa Parks. So it's a tribute to to two of the most influential African American females in our lifetime.
Love it. I absolutely love it.
Truth in Parks Innovator Exchange Building.
I love it. And so it could be a place where maybe there's an incubator in the future of it, and that type of thing too. So, because we know a lot of our businesses in particular, and you mentioned something, and I really want to unpack that when you come on the show on Tuesday, is access to capital. You talked about lending and working with lenders and those type of things. And I think oftentimes we got to get to the point where we're bankable and we're lendable so that we can get some of these dollars, grants, and different things that are out there that are available that frankly our community just doesn't know about.
Yes, and that is one of the things that our beta cohort participants leave with. We give them capital of $5,000 for all of the successful graduates, and then we also allow. What we found is the education and that capital is the best resources that we could give them. But when they leave our program, they are bankable and scalable. So those are the two goals. I'm glad that you mentioned that.
Love it. So leaving your program, and we'll, like I said, we'll unpack this a little bit more. I want to know a little bit more about the curriculum. We can share that with our audience on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time on the Facebook, YouTube live show, is to leave both scalable and bankable. And, the reality is you can't get scalable if you're not bankable, right? And so I love the fact that they leave with that. Well, listen, we are about out of time here on this Saturday morning. Nicole, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to, just talk to our audience. And, I want to just, if someone wanted to get in touch with you, how would they do that?
You can get in touch with me at Black Wall Street KZoo at gmail.com.
Black Wall Street KZoo at gmail.com. Make sure you guys tune in on Tuesday, and we'll continue to have some great conversation with Nicole Triplett, the founder of the Black Wall Street Kalamazoo. You're listening to the Real Money Coach Show. You guys have a wonderful Saturday. And if you're listening to this at podcast at a later date, thank you so much for listening. Share it with your family.
We hope you've enjoyed the Real Money Coach broadcast with author and host Tony Jackson. We encourage you to utilize today's strategies and principles to manage your money in the most effective and winning way. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to send us an email, TonyJacksonAgency@gmail.com, or you can reach us on all social media platforms. And if you would like a copy of Tony Jackson's book, Increase, Protect, and Dominate Your Money, log on to www.therealmoneycoach.com. Until next week's empowering broadcast, God bless.